How is everyone doing? Super excited and proud to be here talking with each and every last one of you all. But I need you to do this for me right now. I need you to like, share, and comment because you never know who might need to hear this. And the whole purpose of me coming to you week in and week out is to become the river and not the reservoir. So that's to provide you all with so much value that you can go out there and provide value to others. Welcome back to our channel, family. It is DT Sturridge here, your unstuck mentor. I got one question for you today. Are you ready for some life-changing wisdom? Because if you are ready to level up your faith, your focus, but most of all your future, you are in the right place. Because today we are going to be diving into something that I call the 4 G's of life. It's God, goals, growth, and gratitude. Say it with me. God, goals, growth, and gratitude. If you're ready to elevate your mindset and shift your perspective, I need you to drop 4 G's in the comment right now. 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's, 4 G's. Because this is going to be a life-changing video. But the thing is, you just have to be ready to take in the information, but not only take in the information, start to use the information, because that's when a shift happens. If you are willing to change, but then also take action, because these 4 G's are the foundation for living a life of purpose, power, and most of all, peace. So if you are ready to take a deep dive into whatever your purpose might be, because everyone has a purpose. God did not make anything without a purpose. It's just up to you to tap into it. But then also take back that power in your life. With all these external things that's coming at you at one time, it might seem insurmountable, or it might seem hard for you to get back on track with the things that you know that you need to be, or the person that you know that you need to become. So it's time to take back that power, but then most of all, find your peace in the process. So if you are ready for that, let's go. So let me ask you something. Have you ever found yourself just stuck? I'm talking about stuck to the point where you just can't get out, or it might look like you can't get out, like your wheels are just spinning and you are going nowhere, trying to figure out what your next move is. Listen to me. When you start to focus on these 4 G's, everything in life shifts. Now you can get yourself out of that mud or that rut that you feel like you in, or you can just move forward from where you might feel like you stuck, but you just have to be able to apply these 4 pillars to your life. And pillars, when I talk about pillars, it's just like you building a strong house. You need them to stand firm, especially when life throws things at your way and it's unexpected. Because when you are on your journey, there are going to be a lot of things that come your way that's unexpected. But then can you weather the storms of life in order to build a stronger house that can withstand anything? And I'm going to tell you this one. As I'm jumping into these 4 pillars, I'm going to need you to grab your notebook and have it handy and start taking notes. Number 1 being because God gives you direction, but then he also gives you strength. Direction to move right, but then also strength to withstand anything that comes your way. And then what goes, it gives you clarity. You know exactly what it is that you want, but then it also gives you focus. You are locked in without any distractions. And then when it comes to growth, it makes sure that you are becoming the best version of yourself. And I'm going to tell you, growth is very uncomfortable, but if you can stay down throughout the whole process, there is no telling what you could become, and that thing that you could become is the best version of yourself. And then gratitude, it keeps your heart and your mind in the right place, no matter what's going on, because the circumstances can get shaky at times, and your heart and your mind, especially your mind, need to be in the right place in order to move the right way. So first up, let's talk about God. Listen, God is your foundation. If you want to know how to lay a solid and good foundation, it starts there. Without a solid spiritual foundation, everything else crumbles. So I want you to just listen to me. God is your source of wisdom, guidance, and strength. God is your source of wisdom, guidance, and strength. So let me tell you this. Life will challenge you. I'm going to just tell you, life will challenge you. There will be moments where you feel weak, but that's when you lean into God. And the Bible says, my strength is made perfect in weakness. My strength is made perfect in weakness. That means when you are running low, God is right there to fill you up. But you just have to be open to guidance. The more you are open to guidance, the more you can grow into a person who is spiritually ready for anything that comes to them. So, how do you build a connection with God? 3 things. I need you to write this down. Number 1, prayer. It is your direct line to the Creator. It is the words that you speak about the expectation that you have. So prayer. Number 2, faith. Trust Him even when you can't see the outcome. A lot of us say we walk on faith and not by sight, but do you truly practice what you preach? You have to be able to walk in faith, knowing that whatever it is that you want or whatever it is that you want to accomplish or the person who you truly want to become is already done. And then number 3, action. Faith without work is dead. So move forward with obedience. You have to be obedient to the things that you are called to do. Even when you don't feel like you are called to do it, you have to be obedient to it. And I want you to write this down. God is my GPS. Because I'm going to be honest with you. Without Him, I am nothing. So when you don't know the way, He is the one who guides you step by step, turn by turn, detour by detour. All right, so now let's talk about the second G, goals. Let me be real with you. I did not know how to set goals until I was 27. I did not know how to set goals until I was 20. Let me rephrase that. How to properly set goals until I was 27. Because faith without focus will get you nowhere. And God gives you purpose, but goals give you direction. God gives you purpose, but goals give you direction. So here's what I need you to remember or to write down. Your goals need to align with your purpose. Everyone has these goals that they truly want to hit. But then now the question I got to ask is, do it truly align with your purpose? How do you feel when you are setting these goals? If your goals don't reflect what God has called you to do, you are chasing distractions instead of destiny. I'm going to say that again. If your goals do not reflect what God has called you to do, you are chasing distractions, not destiny. Now, here's how to set some powerful, purpose-driven goals. I'm going to give you a secret. And I've been saying this for years. My mentors gave it to me, and I'm giving it to everyone that's around me. Write them down. Don't just keep them in your head, because if you keep them in your head, I can guarantee you are going to forget it. Make them real. You are taking something from your mental and then you putting it into the physical when you write it down. So if you have any type of goals that you want to achieve, write them down. Make them real. Number 2, make them specific. I want to be successful isn't a goal. How do you want to be successful? Because success can come from many different ways. It's like you can just say, I want a lot of money. And then you walk outside and you see 2 quarters. It might not be a lot of money, but you just obtained some type of money. But guess what? You wasn't specific with the goal. Now, just by you saying I want to be successful, that's not a goal. You got to say I want to launch a business by December 31st is my goal. And then now, since we done said what the goal was, number 3, set the deadline. Goals without deadlines are just dreams. Goals without deadlines are just dreams. Set the deadline. Set the goal first, then set the deadline. And listen, don't let fear stop you. If your goals don't scare you just a little bit, they're not big enough. The goals that you set for yourself should scare you, because 9 times out of 10, depending on how big the goal is, you're not just setting the goal for you, you're setting it for those that come after you. So next up is growth. Goals are great, but without growth, you will never be able to reach them. Goals are great, but without growth, you will never be able to reach them. Growth is what stretches you, refines you, but then also prepares you for your next level. Write this down. Growth isn't optional. It's essential. Growth isn't optional. It's essential. See, growth requires 2 things. Self-awareness. You cannot grow if you don't know where you need to be improving or where you need improvement at. So when you're reflecting on your growth, be honest with yourself. And the main question I ask when it do come to growth is, what's holding me back? I have to be accountable and answer that. What is it that's holding me back? And then number 2, discipline. Growth doesn't happen by accident. It takes effort, consistency, the big C, and a willingness to get uncomfortable. See, when it comes to growth, you have to give all your effort. And you have to be consistent, because there's going to be a lot of times where you really just don't feel like it. But then on the back end of that, the willingness to get uncomfortable. Put yourself in uncomfortable situations, because that's where you truly find growth. So let me tell you something. Growth isn't always fun, but it is always worth it. Growth isn't always fun, but it is always worth it. I want you to think about the caterpillar becoming a butterfly. The process is messy, but the result is beautiful. I'm going to say it again. The process is messy, but the result is beautiful. Do you know what a butterfly has to go, what a caterpillar has to go through just to become a butterfly? It's going to get messy. The person who you are trying to become, the process is going to be messy, but the end is going to be so beautiful. So ask yourself, what's one area of my life where I need to grow? And if you feel like you need an accountability partner, drop it in the comments right now so we can hold each other accountable. And then last but not least, let's talk about gratitude. Gratitude is your secret weapon. I heard this quote one time and it always stuck with me. Gratitude should be your attitude. Gratitude should be your attitude. That's your secret weapon. When you focus on what you're truly grateful for, it shifts your whole perspective. You can't be grateful and ungrateful at the same time. One has to occupy that space. Or you can't be grateful and then mad at the same time. One has to occupy that space. So then now the question is, which one are you allowing to occupy that space in your life? And I'm going to be honest with you. You can't grow in life if you're always complaining. I don't know who that's for. I'm going to say that for the people in the back. You cannot grow in life if you're always complaining. Gratitude turns your focus away from what's wrong, and then it put it on what's going right. Here is a quick exercise. Every day this week, because it is Sunday, every day this week, write down 3 things that you are grateful for. It could be something big, like your family, or it could be something small, just like a cup of coffee or a bottle of water. Gratitude rewires your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. I'm going to say it again. Gratitude rewires your brain to see opportunities instead of obstacles. So let me say this. Gratitude doesn't mean you're ignoring the challenges. It don't mean that, because challenges are going to come up. But then what do you speak in the moment of a challenge coming? Do you speak victory or do you speak defeat? So which one are you choosing? And it just simply means that you are choosing to focus on your blessings in the middle of them. So I just want to bring it all the way full circle and then bring it all together. But the 4 G's, God, goals, growth, and gratitude, are the foundations of successful and purpose-driven life, of a successful, but then also purpose-driven life, because God is your foundation. Keep him first, no matter what it is that you do. If you have a business, keep him first. If you have a family, keep him first. Always keep him in the center, in the forefront of whatever it is that you do. Do not, I repeat, do not compromise your values. Always keep him first, because he is the strong foundation that you can build on. And goals. Goals are your compass. It gives you your direction. You go as far as the goals that you set. But then when you do set these goals, don't get distracted. Stay focused. And growth. Growth is your process. The process is going to be messy, just like I said, with the caterpillar and the butterfly. But it's going to be beautiful in the end. You just got to be able to embrace that process. And then gratitude. Gratitude is your attitude. Y'all remember that quote? Gratitude should be your attitude. Stay thankful no matter what is going on in life, because life is going to be life. But the thing is, what type of attitude do you have when life goes on? So here's my challenge to you. Which of the 4 G's do you need to focus on right now? Which one do you need to focus on? Or is it all of them? Is it 2 of them? Is it 3 of them? Is it 1 of them? Once you figure it out, let's commit to taking action together. And before you go, do me a favor. Hit that like button if this message spoke to you. Share this video with someone who needs this type of encouragement. But then also subscribe to the channel so we can keep leveling up together. Family, you are built for greatness, and the best is yet to come. Only thing that I ask you is that you keep God first, set big goals, and grow through the process, and stay grateful. And I see you at the top. And the more you know, the more you grow. So remember, your mindset is your creation, so make it great. I'm somewhere believing in you, and let's work together. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side. All right?